So the past couple days have obviously been very eventful. We had everything that happened with Irina and then the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And in this time period, a lot of us have been exposed to a wide range of responses. There have been some people, actually, a lot of people mourning him. And there have been other people celebrating this death, which I will condemn right now as utterly repugnant. And there have been other people who have completely abstained from saying anything at all or giving it any emotion or energy. And something I have noticed about the people that are mourning, and I will include myself in that, is that we are not mourning simply with a sense of sadness. We are mourning with a sense of conviction. I have heard from so many people that this is more than just how you would mourn for a regular death, that it has lit a fire up in them, conviction for Christ, for fighting for truth, for justice. There is something very impactful spiritually about what has happened this week, and something I find incredibly frustrating as one of the people who feel this conviction is other people in that middle group, the group that seeks to abstain, the group that says, oh, it's all just a psyop, don't give it your energy, the group that says it's negative to talk about these subjects, it's bringing down your energy to get involved in this stuff, just focus on your own energy, just be positive, positive vibes, good vibes. I have found from that group that they are not understanding what it is those of us are more who are mourning are doing. We are not sitting in negativity. We are not willfully bringing ourselves down to some lowered state spiritually or emotionally. We are feeling the conviction of Christ. Okay? And there is nothing wrong with speaking on issues that our body compels us to speak on, that our soul, our spirit compels us to speak on, because we feel such a strong sense of righteous anger. It is signaling to us a deep moral compulsion for justice to speak out. This is not about negativity. It is about genuine justice, conviction, truth. There is a real spiritual battle that is happening between good and evil. And those who choose to be silent in the face of evil because they don't want to bring down their energy. They don't want to be negative. To me, they are their passivity is nothing to be proud of. And I understand that that can come off kind of intense, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm simply just expressing my frustration with being told by people in this mindset that we're all overreacting, we're giving it too much energy, we're falling for a psyop. No, no. When Jesus went and flipped over the tables and with righteous anger called out hypocrisy, no one was saying, "Oh, Jesus, oh no, 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 you're being too negative. You're getting sucked into negativity. No, we just need to be positive. We just need to keep our vibes up." No, no. Nobody said that to Jesus, okay? Um, when Joan of Arc, went to get involved in war and felt this strong conviction, to fight for justice, to fight for God, even at the cost of her own life, that wasn't her saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna willfully get involved in negativity." No, she was following a call from God. Okay? There is a massive difference between something like everyday complaining, like negativity that is just impertinent and has no value. If I were to just complain the whole day, oh, my leg hurts. Oh man, I wish I had this food right now. Oh man, I wish I had this. That is bringing down my energy. Calling out evil and feeling conviction for Christ and pursuing justice is not negativity. It is energy that moves against evil. It is embodiment. I would be dissociated from my body and from my humanity if I were to just completely shut down in the face of injustice. Can you imagine where we would be in the world today if everybody came from the mindset of non-interference? Genuinely, just think about that. Think about where we would be. I'm not saying that people should rush into confrontation, I definitely don't think people should rush into conflict, but I think that there is a time and there is a place when we feel conviction from God, from Christ to speak and to act. And there is nothing negative about that pull. It is morality in action. I can't imagine feeling nothing in the face of evil, and I don't want to feel nothing in the face of evil. I don't want to look evil in the eyes and be complacent. I don't want to look evil in the eyes and say, I don't want to have emotional reaction to that because I don't want to be negative. No, I want to look evil in the eyes and I want to directly oppose it. I want to call it out and I want to rebuke it. I rebuke demonic energy. I am not complacent. I will not sit complacently. And once again, this doesn't mean that I want to bring harm to anyone else, that I wish to stir up unnecessary conflict. No. Once again, I am simply speaking about conviction that comes from love, that comes from Christ, that comes from such a deep love for humanity that you can't possibly remain silent in the face of injustice. And I just I can't imagine it. And for the people who say, with this holier than thou attitude that we are somehow getting sucked into a psyop and that we're giving in our energy, they're harvesting our energy from us. Oh no, no, no one's harvesting my energy. My energy is going straight to God. And I do not feel depleted. I feel charged up. This is a renewable resource, baby. And I am getting that energy, woo, flowing right through me. And it is coming, once again, straight from Christ. It's flowing out from my heart. It's filling up my body. I am not being harvested. I am not being drained. So I just completely reject this mindset. And once again, people are free to do whatever they wish. I will respect whatever people choose to do, but I don't want them coming to me, telling me that I am being negative, that I am having my energy harvested for simply caring, for simply wanting better for humanity, for feeling conviction, for speaking out against what is evil. I disagree with that. And yeah, and there's more I wanted to say about that, but I'm starting to lose my train of thought, so I'm hoping it'll come back to me. Um, but yeah, this is reality. I didn't incarnate here to bubble wrap myself away from the horrors of this world to only feel positive vibes, good energy. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I strive to do. If I was just going to completely neglect physicality, why would I even incarnate? I could just be a discarnate spirit right now. I could just be up in the heavenly realms doing whatever. But no, I chose to come into this body and I chose to engage with life. And that is what I am doing. I am trying to remain in my body. I am trying to act from my heart. I am trying to use my voice while I have one here on this plane, just like Charlie did. And Charlie had his voice taken away And now there are millions of us who feel called to use ours because we cannot be silenced. This was not an attack on a specific political party. This was not an attack even on a specific person. This was an attack on humanity, on our voice, on goodness itself. And so many of us are feeling that. And now it is our responsibility to actually do something about it, to live with the energy of Christ, to go out into the world and truly make change in the ways that God calls us to do so.